Ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on quickly. We now call on former leader of the People's Action Movement to bring greetings from constituency number 4. I now call on the Honorable Lindsay Fitzpatrick Grant.
Good afternoon to all. I would like to adopt the order of protocol as presented itself before me this afternoon. But I would also, in saying that, want to add one or two to the list, and the diplomatic corps, the ambassador for Taiwan, the Cuban ambassador who was here earlier, the ambassador for Venezuela who was here earlier, the honorary consuls, I think I see 2 in the house, Michael Morton, Ernest Amry, so I just add that to the protocol. Good afternoon. Members and friends of the People's Action Movement, good afternoon. Oh, you sound too dead in here for the 50th anniversary. Lively up yourselves. I want to say to you this afternoon, I am happy to be here. I want, first of all, to bring greetings from my constituency, constituency number 4. And I want to thank them. I want to thank them because they endured and endured for long. But I want to say to them, we are here and we are part of the team. And because we are here, we are able to form a team unity government. So give yourselves a round of applause. I want to say to them that it is only because of them I am here. And were it not for them, I would not be here. You know the struggles that we've had from 2000. You know the difficulties that we've had. You know the challenges that we've had. You see the vagabonds that we were fighting. And sometimes when we were fighting them alone. But we persevered, and we persevered well. You see, because nothing that's good in life comes easily. You have to fight for what's important. You have to fight for what you want. And I'm saying to you this afternoon, I'm proud and happy to be a part of the team. However, I want to say to you this afternoon, be patient. Everything can't come today or yesterday. They will eventually come. That is not to say don't keep our feet to the fire, because you have to. And if you don't do that, I would not be happy. When we're going wrong, tell us we're going wrong. When we're not doing the right things, you tell us to, because we want to hear from you. But I want to say to you this afternoon that we have come a long way. We have not come all this way alone. We have been brought this way by you and your faith in us. You have given us 20 years to wait for this day, and we can't afford to miss this day or this opportunity. We can't afford to squander the opportunity which you have given us and we have worked for so hard. I want to say to you that when I took over the party in 2000, I was a young man. I'm now not so young. And that's to show you how time and the events of time have moved on. But I want to say to you, the party is in strong, capable hands with a good leader, the Honorable Sean Richards. Give him your support, because he needs your support. You see, the Honorable Sean Richards is not like me. When I went to my bed, in my bed at night, and my wife was my biggest supporter. Give her a round of applause one day. So I know when Sean goes in the bed at night, it's only a pillow there. So you need to give him the support. Why are you laughing for? That's what I want you to do, to laugh. This is a good time. So I'm only supposed to bring you some short greetings. But what I want to end with is to say this. You have worked very, very hard. We have all worked very, very hard. And you know, sometimes we are our greatest enemy and critic. And I just want you, if you didn't remember anything else this afternoon, just be a bit patient with us. Because in time, everything will be unfolded in due season and in due time. You must understand that we've met a government that's very challenging, a government that has no money, and a government that is bloated, and we have to run. We have been committed to no victimization. That is not to say if you're doing nonsense, you ain't going. But we are committed to no victimization. And so we work with that, and we work with what we have, because we gave the people of this country our commitment for that. And it is because of our commitment why the thousands went out and voted, not only for PAM, not only for CCM and PLP, but for a team unity government with its commitment of no victimization. And so sometimes I get vexed too. Sometimes I think we ain't working hard enough or fast enough. But there are only 24 hours in a day. But we are committed to you, our supporters, and the people. And by extension, committed to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Federation. Because when we go to work on a daily basis, it is that we work for and nothing else. And so I leave here this afternoon by saying to you, we are grateful and thankful for the overwhelming support you gave us on February the 16th, 2015, and has caused a new day to have dawned in this country, a new day and a new beginning, and onward, forward, upward with the People's Action Movement and Team Unity. Good afternoon.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. The Honorable is on fire. Lord, drink your water, drink your water. Before we move on to the next speaker, I'd like to give you a gentle reminder of the East Bastille Father's Day luncheon at Marshall next Sunday. And the contribution is just $75, and it starts at 11:30. So don't forget, you can get tickets from anyone of the East Bastille members. I'd like to move on, and I'd like to call on the next speaker. But before I call on the next speaker, I want to say this, that it was not easy for me and 3 others in the polling station that night, because it was about 1:30 when we finished counting the votes for East Bastille, and the Labour people them keep saying, count over again. We count over again, take us another hour and more, and I still get the same 4. We count over again at 3:30, and we still get the same 4. And I said to myself and to the rest of my team who was in there, I ain't moving. One gentleman asked me, when Moonlight ain't getting up to pace? I said, for what? I got in them boxes. Because that's where my future is. And I want to say to you all that we have to stick with our party. We have to stick with our leaders, because 20 years was not easy. 20 years was not easy, and we have to stick with our party. Don't care what I do, don't care what I say, we right. Because we are PAM. And I'm telling you, it was not easy. And when my dad and them gonna say, you ain't moving, I ain't moving. And that 4, when we came out 3:45 that morning, and many persons called me and said, Chris, what happened? I said, we win by 4. They said, what? With nothing happening, I said, we win by 4. How you get 4? I said, it's 4 early votes them on the Saturday. Because you know what happened, you know? They get 20 and we get 4. Them 4 early votes. That's what the cause on that Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome my representative, our representative from East Bastille, the Honorable Ian Patches Liburd.
It's a good thing I don't like mathematics. I always told you mathematics is my strongest weak point. I don't know how it was so hard for Chris to count to 4. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are. That's a simple, very simple. A pleasant afternoon, my family. Family? Family? You know, I sat here all afternoon. I didn't anticipate this, but I'm happy for it. I listened to everybody driving the car in the rearview mirror. But before I go there, I must first of all, thank Almighty God for blessing me with the health and the strength that I need to sustain me during these challenging times ahead. Almighty God sustain me and sustain all of us during this difficult election. And you know what God said? No weapon formed against you. I heard the talk about some 50 years ago when a few men took the bold steps, some bold steps into the pages of history in St. Kitts and Nevis. 50 years ago is no mean feat, and we have to recognize that. We were told about all the leaders. Over the last 50 years, we've had 4 leaders. Dr. the late William Valentine Billy Herbert. And I think we must recognize his family. I see some of his sisters here, and his extended family. Jonelle, I must call you. You said you was born in Pam. I noticed that Dr. Simmons or Sir Kennedy did not have a time to respond. But I was born in a house with a grandmother. Her name was Eunice, Mrs. Eunice Proctor Taylor Liburd. And if you told her now that her grandson, Ian Patches McDonald Liburd, was elected on the PAM platform, my grandmother would say, Papa Bradshaw, give me shoes. That's how I came up. You read into that one. But we must thank the Herbert family. Give them a round of applause, Herbert, for Billy Herbert. And after Billy Herbert came Dr. the Right Honorable Kennedy Alphonse Simmons, now Sir Kennedy. And Sir Kennedy gave us a change in government. He led PAM into government with 3 seats. And we must applaud him even now. Sir Kennedy led us into independence. Our first Prime Minister. Let me hear you for Sir Kennedy. But not just that. Sir Kennedy and his team also brought St. Kitts and Nevis together. Nevis were talking about secession. So Kennedy and his team brought the PAM and NRP together, and secession is no more. Yes, I'm making that bold statement. Secession is no more. After Sir Kennedy came Lindsay. And they treat Lindsay bad, you know. Don't lose sight of that. They treat Lindsay bad. But Lindsay, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. You tried your best. And you had to stand up. You had to endure the insidious attempts at your personal destruction. A man from St. Paul's threw everything to keep you out of Parliament. But look, you're in. And he might come in, you know. He might come in. And after Lindsay, we have our revered leader. I hate for the afternoon, you know. No gimmicks? No gimmicks? What the rest of it, Sam? You getting what? Sharing licks. And one thing I observe with Sean, our Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and leader of the People's Action Movement, he gives you his commitments. Our 4th leader, Sean, took this party and gave us 4 seats and led this party back into government. You must recognize that. And you know, Sean has the golden opportunity, and he's working in illustrious company Sir Kennedy brought us together, St. Kitts and Nevis. Sean, you have to keep us together. That's the charge I give to you tonight. But since my time is short, and I like to guide by rules, I want you to also place on record that each time the People's Action Movement formed the government, East Basseterre was there. East Basseterre was there in 1980. And East Basseterre is here in 2015. So I want the warriors from the East to make some noise. I want you to thank yourselves. Because, you know, I see a lady out there, they call me a dark horse. I won't call her name. Remember they call me dark horse? But the lost sight of the fact that the people in East Basseterre, you know me? You know me? And I told you to fire him, and you fired him, and I thank you. And I want to say like Sean, get your scorecard. You should have been already ticking. Sean say, commitment made what? I committed half of my salary, and what happened? Let me see tick, not tick, let me see you tick. I committed half of my salary, tick. I also said to you that we will ensure that every single household in this country will have running water. And don't mind, it started in East Basseterre because all politics local, eh? Right? So I gave a man who ain't had water from since the 90s in his yard, and I gave that man Norman water. And we have already embarked upon a program whereby we are doing some inquiries into every household, in every constituency. Generally, we are now in number 2. In number 1, we have already identified 34 households without water. And we are going to ensure, as a team unity government, that every household throughout St. Kitts and Nevis gets running water. We spoke about electricity. And we gave an amnesty for those who owed electricity before 2011. And as your minister with responsibility for energy, we are going to ensure that there is energy security in this country. How? We are blessed with sunshine, we are blessed with wind, and we are blessed with 2 volcanoes. So we are going to ensure that without retarding the progress of the geothermal plant implementation in Nevis, we must, of course, as a responsible government, find out the potential of the geothermal in St. Kitts. So Nevis is on the way, and St. Kitts will soon be on the way with renewable energy. In Bellevue, a wind energy plant should have been established some 8 years ago. The misleaders cleared the land. And remember I told you, some monies were there from OPIC, some $60 million US. Where the plant gone? He said that enough wind was not blowing in Bellevue. But enough wind wasn't blowing to blow some money under the table. And we're going to change that. Because in the next couple of months, we will, like Nevis, have wind energy here on St. Kitts to generate electricity. That's what we're going to do. Right now, thanks to the Taiwanese, the Republic of China and Taiwan, I see the ambassador here, Ambassador George. We are going to commission that solar plant very soon. And we are going to ensure that every government department has solar energy. Right now, we have agreed with a pilot project on St. Kitts and Nevis, where 3 schools in Nevis, 3 primary schools in Nevis will have solar energy generated electricity and 2 primary schools in Nevis. That is what unity is all about. But my time is short. I've overrun. I'm something like Sir Kennedy. When I wind up, I don't want to stop. They tell me 5 minutes. But I want to say to all the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, we will also have energy. We have no energy discrimination at all. We must have access or give access to everyone, irrespective of your social status. Every single household in St. Kitts and Nevis must have electricity and running water. That is a commitment that we in community has made. So I want to say thank you to my fellow constituents from East Bassettiere for placing your confidence in me. And I can assure you, I will never let you down. You know me, and I know you. I am going to ensure that next time around, East Bassettiere is in the government of national unity with Sean, Lindsay, Jonell, Vernon, Eugene, Harris again, and our premier from Nevis, Vance Amory. And don't forget who? The sheriff will be in town again. And Pepper Seed, Alexis will be here. We ain't saying we're greedy, but we want all. We have to protect this team unity. We have to ensure that there's fair share for all and no one will be left behind. God bless you. I thank you. I love you. Yeah.
I believe that we've had a tremendous sitting this afternoon. Isn't that so? If you had a wonderful time this afternoon, just put your hands together and give yourselves a round of applause and give God thanks and praise. Give him the honor and the glory for a wonderful time this afternoon. We are now entering into the phase of our ceremony this afternoon where we're going to be dealing with some in-house matters. So we are very grateful for all those persons, our friends, our supporters, and all the dignitaries who have graced us with their presence. And we'd like you to know that you are free to take your honorable exit at this time if you wish to do so as we proceed to deliberate on some in-house matters pertaining to this great party. Deputy Political Leader, Mr. Jonell Powell, the Chairman, Mr. Valentine Lindsay, the Deputy Chairperson, Miss Vanessa Phipps, the Treasurer, Miss Willis Percival, Assistant General Secretary, Miss Natasha Gray, and the Public Relations Officer, Mr. Greg Herbert. As they take their stand, I would like for someone to make a motion that these honorable persons be accepted to serve you for the upcoming year 2015 as the members of the Executive Committee for the People's Action. It is so moved. Thank you. Mr. Is a second to that motion. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? It is carried. At that caucus as well, it was, okay, thank you. At the caucus as well, the caucus voted to increase the annual membership fee from $30 to just a mere $50. And I'd like to ask that someone on the floor move that we accept this motion. Seconded? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Thank you. That is also carried as well. So those are the matters for ratification. Okay, thank you very much, members of the committee. Please put your hands together for executive members, and thank you as well for your patience and your listening here.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the history of Caribbean politics, a state in the United States has officially recognized the accomplishments of a party in the Caribbean. And so I have in my hand a proclamation from the state of Massachusetts, which I will read for you. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Town of Randolph, Achievement and Fellowship. The Town of Randolph, Massachusetts, hereby recognizes the People's Action Movement, PAM. We recognize the People's Action Movement on celebrating its historic golden anniversary. We celebrate your 50 years of service to the great people of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. We wish for continued prosperity and success for all the people of your great, beautiful Twin Island nation. Given respectfully on this day, June 14, 2015. Signed, Kenrick W. Clifton, Town Councilor, David C. Murphy, Town Manager. I will now present this proclamation to the Honorable Sean K. Richards.
Can we please to extend our gratitude to the town of Randolph for this proclamation? Thank you.
Good evening. My poem is entitled, Dear Doggy. Dear Maximum Leader, 10 men in one doggy, I write on behalf of the people of my country. I guess you are still shocked from what hit you so heavily on that glorious Monday, the 16th of February. Blessed day when Sam resigned and you set Timothy free. PAM, CCM, PLP formed the historic Unity Party. After 20 years, our people are so very happy. This rock-solid team has brought us victory. Timothy Harris, now the man, can't you understand? Mark Brantley, the sheriff, has brought some order in the land. Sean Richards is now our new and able deputy. And in the team also, cool, calm, and stable, Premier France Amory. Right there in this solid pack is Eugene Hamilton. And Lindsay Grant could not be cheated this time around. Ian Patches Liburd caused a big, big upset that failed your fate, doggy, but you ain't get it yet. LWB ran out court, wickets began to fall. The Privy Council in England bowled the first ball and ruled in favor of team unity, causing the elections to be held on the old boundaries. We hear that to help you in your plight, you brought in 27 chartered flights. Thousands of people got you confused. Bad news, doggy, you still lose. So now you are rant and you are rage, saying that unity of flight sabotage. We know you really want to cry. But adios, Tenny, goodbye. For everything, there's a time and season, and for all things happen for a reason. Wake up, doggy, and smell the coffee. Our new government is team unity under the leadership of Prime Minister Timothy. A major part of this three-party arrangement is the 50th-year-old People's Action Movement. Under this party, while this party celebrates its 50th anniversary, you are out there wobbling in misery. You are no longer relevant, doggy. Hallelujah, and to God be the glory. Comes the cry from yours truly, the people of this our blessed country.